Nothing quite like a little bit of boat ramp action to get your day started. Lots of people get down to the boat ramp and wind up making mistakes kind of like this crew. I think sometimes people get down to the ramp, get a little rushed, and just forget some steps, like these guys forgot the straps, or like this crew forgot how to back up. But just some of the mistakes we'll see made in this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. Now, the boat ramp really is one of the easiest spots you can go and witness some people just having a little bit of a tough time in boating. I mean, so much so it's not uncommon at very popular boat ramps to actually see people just lined up on the shore, sitting there in lawn chairs, enjoying a beverage, waiting to watch the show.
Trim her down, bud! Bro, look at that anchor, dude.
And speaking of having a beverage and sitting on the shore and watching the boat ramp show unfold, the best way to do that is in your very own Drain Plug Mafia tumbler. I actually thought we were out. We have not given one of these away in over a year, I believe now, but cleaning up the old prize closet all of a sudden revealed we had a few left. And so we're going to give some away here right before the holidays. For those who have been around the channel forever, you already know the drill. Really simple. All you need to do to have a shot to win one of these babies in this video is to make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment below at some point in the video, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We're going to pick somebody who does all three of those things. We will pin the comment at the top, and that's how you will know you won, as we'll go ahead and get you the information. But speaking of having drinks, it looks like somebody else had a little bit too much fun out there on the water. My guy timed this one perfectly as he does the mad scramble into the beach, just missing the boat as it comes back around. Surprisingly in this one, everybody's okay. Apparently the story is the guy you saw scramble out of the water was on this vessel while it was under power, wound up falling off the boat somehow, and of course wasn't wearing the kill switch, leading to the scene that we see here. And this vessel just winds up spinning and spinning. It winds up with a few bumps and bruises of its own, as we see as it winds up crashing into another boat, but everybody's fine other than the actual physical property damage, which is pretty amazing in this situation, as things could have really gone terribly wrong in this one. Now, where this one confuses me a little bit is the person who's filming on this vessel doesn't seem to be too bothered by this. They're just relaxed, calmly chilling, filming it. But I don't see a whole lot of other people around, which makes me actually wonder if this is not his tender. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on that. Now, of course, there are plenty of moments in boating where things can go terribly wrong, and you never know exactly when it's going to come. All you can do is try and be prepared like this crew. See, they brought a rope, that way they can try and pull the boat in case it sinks. Or this crew here, they just decided they were going to go ahead and park it on the rock, that way it could go ahead and stay nice and dry. No need for bottom paint when you're going to park it like this. But I'll definitely take this parking job any day over the next boat's parking job. Now, of course, not everybody will park their vessel on the water. That's why many people will do exactly like we see here and go down and enjoy the boat ramp, where you can go ahead and launch and retrieve that vessel. Now, it's not too difficult to learn how to park at the boat ramp, but it can be a little tricky sometimes to learn how to back up, how to get that boat out. But unless you got a friend, of course, then it's a little easier. Now, speaking of having friends, there is another thing we don't talk about too often on the channel, which is going to actually be the big boats coming in and docking. Typically what they have happen, if you're one of the pros, is they'll have what's called a pilot. A pilot will come in, board the larger vessel, and either help get them in or out of the port, but then of course they have the disadvantage of having to exit the vessel like this, one of the most risky parts of the job, and probably one of the reasons it's one of the highest paid jobs in the marine industry. But right here we can see our pilot's left the bigger vessel, but for some reason he's not going inside the pilot house of the boat he got on, and he's gonna regret that one here in a few moments. Now, hopefully that water he went in wasn't too cold. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, as you already know, we're in winter and it is freezing in many areas. In fact, so cold, many people are turning the old bayliners into icebreakers. Now, I'm guessing they just missed their window on getting this one pulled out before that first winter storm. When do you usually pull your boat out? Let me know in the comments.
That's good entertainment for us. should be able to make it. There's guys fishing out on Crystal. Yeah.
Now this crew is definitely carving their own path. Fortunately for them, the ice appears to be fairly thin, which means just the weight of the boat sliding up on the ice is kind of cutting their way through. Obviously this boat's not designed for this, but heck, it doesn't really matter. In boating, that's one of the first things you're going to learn. It doesn't really matter if you have the correct tool for the job. Yes, if you have the correct tool, it is going to make your life so much easier, but in boating, you're going to run across lots of obstacles where you're not going to have the correct tool and you're just going to have to figure it out. Now this crew, for the most part, actually kind of does get it figured out, but I'm curious if they figured out the final step. Here you can see they actually made it to the boat ramp. The real question is now, can they even get the trailer in the water?
This is as far as he's come.
Now, obviously the trailer doesn't weigh anywhere near as much as the vessel does, which makes me wonder if the trailer is going to weigh enough to push through all this ice, or if they're going to back it in and it's just going to stay right on top. Speaking of staying on top of the water, sometimes you just got to jump in like our guy does here. Looks great doing it. These things look like a blast. I really want to try one of these, but I have a feeling if I tried one, I would probably be a little more hesitant and wind up looking a little bit more like our guy that's still here on the dock in the end. Now this crew appears to be diving in with intention. I'm guessing this was done on purpose. Let me know in the comments. It looks like a ferry or a boat or something is leaving the island right here, and all of a sudden everybody starts jumping off the dock right behind it. I'm assuming it's so that the power from the motor of the boat actually pushes them like a stream. Let me know if I'm right. Now of course this crew looks like they're being pushed by power, but some boats just wind up getting pushed by the natural current of the water.
I mean, we're anchored. Boat's gonna hit. It's gonna be your fault.
The boat that the guy's on is actually at anchor fishing. The other one is broke free, and for whatever reason, they're just drifting straight toward this boat, not doing anything.
Put the engines in gear, dude. Let go! Let go! Let go!
Now, why do you think they waited to the last second to do this? They had to see this coming a mile away. There's nothing but two boats out here, and you're drifting toward one of them. They had plenty of time to correct it, but for whatever reason, they did not. But here's the real question. If you're on this boat and that just happened, are you staying out here and fishing now?
I don't understand.
Don't feel too bad. I don't think any of us understand either, but thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening out on your waterways, be sure to hit us up over on Facebook or Instagram and let us know, and you might see your stories over here. Just like Casco Bay Spray, Dallas Cavanis, Quackskins, and Adam Coolidge did this week. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here. If not, we're coming to steal your drain plug.